Today we're going to talk about the new Spike Lee joint on Netflix, Defy Bloods, so let's get started. Hey everybody, my name is Justin. I love to watch movies. If you guys love to watch movies too, you guys are in the right spot. Make sure to hit the subscribe button down below and click that bell notification for more up and coming videos. 4 African American vets battle the forces of man and nature when they return to Vietnam seeking the remains of their fallen squad leader and the gold fortune he helped them hide. I know Spike Lee has directed a lot of movies. I've seen a few of them here and there. The most recent one coming out was Klansmen, and I really enjoyed that film. This one is one of my favorite films that he has directed. It feels really relevant to today with everything that is going on in the world. This is a really lengthy film at 2 hours and 35 minutes long. I really didn't know what to expect from this film. I didn't check out the trailer. I knew a little bit about the synopsis and the posters looked really cool, but I was really excited to check out a new Spike Lee film because I really enjoyed the Klansmen film. And this had a really good cast with Chadwick Boseman in here. And the way that this movie is set up is that we are introduced to our 4 vets that go back to Vietnam to find this fortune. And then we also get their past when they were younger, when we had Chadwick Boseman in there as well. He is their fallen squad leader. So the way that Spike Lee frames this movie, you have full screen for when they are in present time, and then he shortens the aspect ratio to when they were younger and had them in Vietnam. Throughout the first half of the movie, we get a really good introduction to each one of the characters and get to know them personally, why they feel so motivated to go back to Vietnam to find this gold. We also get to spend time with them individually to where you get to know them and their past as well. There's a lot of great character development within the first half of the film. We even get to spend time with Chadwick Boseman, which is in the past. We get to know him and why he was such a great squad leader. But once they get to Vietnam and they all kind of reconnect, you felt like they were once really good friends and they were there for each other in Vietnam. And then you have this great character growth for each one of them, and one of them that stands out is Paul, played by Delroy Lindo, who gives a really good performance in here, and he's battling some demons, and this is a way for him to kind of confront those when he goes back to Vietnam. When we get the moments which are in the past when they were in Vietnam, those action scenes of them in war are filmed beautifully. Spike Lee is really great at directing action scenes, and he's also really great at just capturing humans talking with each other and really capturing those realistic moments. But once we move into the second half of the movie, we get to understand the characters and the group, and they start to find the goal. A lot of the more shooting sequences come out. It becomes an emotional roller coaster at the end of the film. Paul has a really, really touching scene at the end of the movie, and it's really heartbreaking. I wasn't expecting this film to be as emotional as it was. And I think it was so emotional because of the setup with the characters and honestly the length of the film, because you got to understand them so much, their past life, why they feel so connected with each other, and the demons that are haunting them throughout their life. Those moments towards the end with these emotional scenes, they really strike you and it really hits you hard. All of it feels earned and none of it feels like it's forced at all. This is probably one of the more emotional movies we've had this year. With the virus shutting down theaters, we haven't really got new release movies. And this one on Netflix is one of the better ones I've seen this year, and probably one of the more emotional films I have seen this year. Delroy Lindo as Paul gives such a good performance in this film, and I really like Chadwick Boseman in here. His scenes are very limited, but you definitely feel his presence within the movie. Paul Walter Hauser is in the movie as well. He was in Richard Jewell from last year, and he gives a pretty good performance as well. Overall, the whole cast is really good. They all work together. They have such a deep connection, and you definitely felt that within the movie. Spike Lee also mixes in footage of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and rallies like that as well, and ends the movie with a speech from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And it has a really good message about these vets and what they did and how they contributed to the Vietnam War. It feels really relevant to right now with things that had happened with George Floyd and the Black Lives Matter movement. It's a film that you definitely need to check out. It is on Netflix. I highly recommend checking this film out. Yes, it is very long at 2.5 hours, but each moment is used to its advantage and none of it feels wasted. You have really great characters, a good message, good action scenes from Spike Lee. He did a lot in this movie. He definitely built up these characters and had some very emotional moments at the end of the film. I haven't checked out all of Spike Lee's films, but I would be interested in doing that maybe this summer with being home. I've seen a few ones here and there, but this is one of the better ones that I have seen. I'm gonna go ahead and give Da 5 Bloods an A-. Thank you guys for my review for Da 5 Bloods. It is on Netflix now. Go ahead and check it out. You guys will not regret it. Stay tuned for more up and coming Netflix content. My name is Just Watch Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.